Hello and welcome back to Forged by Geeks, doing Kingdom Death Monster. So this is part 0 of Settlement 5. This is a planning session. So originally we had been talking about doing People of the Flowering Skull, but that wasn't looking good. I can't remember. There's a guy on Reddit that we really respect named Fen, and a lot of the community respects, and he was basically like, "This is a horrible idea."
Dude, I was telling you so many times that I didn't think it was going to work right.
I thought it might be able to. That's why I posted there, and he pretty much agreed with you, and then some. So we're going to take his advice. And we're not doing People the Flowering Skull. So instead, we're more or less just planning to do People of the Skull.
Yes.
But we're going to add a little bit of a possible extra theme to it. We haven't quite decided, and we're looking for some wonderful ideas to help us with that. But the core concept that we have going right now, and we're open to changing this over the next 2 weeks, if anybody on YouTube, on Patreon, on anything that watches us has any ideas, but we're thinking an anime-themed game. So what that means, we're not too sure. We got a couple of great ideas from one of our YouTube viewers while we were live streaming the Lion God Level 3 fight. He was recommending, let me see, I'll have to scroll that up. Give me 1 second here. Scrolling chat. So he's recommending People of the Anime. He was talking about ideas like maybe we don't have a permanent settlement in the traditional sense. We're wandering nomads, but that means we can't get like innovations like Hovel and stuff like that, but all the stuff beyond that are unlocked right away into the innovation deck. So it can speed us up getting to some other things. But it could cause problems with having kids and stuff eventually. Mm-hmm. So that's one possible concept. We'd love to know what people think about things like that. I personally would prefer a more static, I think, especially if it's the anime theme. But what would our city be like? Is there anything we could do interesting from a settlement perspective to fit an anime theme? Or from like, somebody else had the idea that when you're in combat, it's basically like having that one fighting art out all the time. Mm-hmm. So whenever you spend survival, you gain a strength token, but if you're knocked down, you lose all strength tokens.
Yeah.
Which could be an interesting concept.
Okay, so let's familiarize ourselves with the rules for People of the Skull.
Okay, good call.
The People of the Skull worship skulls above all else. Survivors can only place weapons and armor with the bone keyword in their gear grid. So that's just weapons and armor. We can still put other stuff into our gear grid if we want.
Oh, good, good.
The People of the Skull ignore the frail rule.
Which is very useful.
We can't break it on super dense locations.
Okay.
When you name a survivor, if they have the word bone or skull in their name, in addition to +1 survival, players choose to gain +1 permanent accuracy, evasion, strength, luck, or speed. So the one problem is that might, like, violate with the theme, because we'd already had a bunch of names that were related to that, so if we want to do a differently themed campaign, I think maybe we just ignore that rule.
Ignore the eating skull?
No, not the eating skull.
Oh,
the naming requirement.
Oh.
To put bone or skull in their name.
Yeah, I would say we ignore that and make it whatever our theme is, and we just have to keep with our theme.
During the develop step of the settlement phase, survivors can use the Skull Ritual Special Endeavor. Skull Ritual. The settlement performs an exotic violent dance with plenty of chanting. Cost: 1 skull resource, 1 endeavor. Nominate up to 4 survivors to consume the skull. They gain a permanent +1 to all their attributes.
And that costs a skull resource and an endeavor?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Black Skull. If a weapon or armor is made with the Black Skull resource, which is from the Phoenix, a survivor may place it in their gear grid despite it being iron.
Okay, so one thing I would be tempted to do. Mm-hmm. This would be adding a little bit more easy mode, being brutally honest. Open up the skull stuff to open up the Black Skull equivalent, since we probably won't be hunting the Phoenix that much. We want a little bit more variety, because otherwise we basically have to try to farm the Phoenix. Any mob except for the White Lion and Antelope. If we get their skull, maybe we can count that as iron, and do the same thing as the Phoenix. How would you feel about that? By the way, feel free to chime in, anybody who's watching, with any ideas you have.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could be kind of interesting. It depends on what we add. For instance, the Gorm has the handed skull.
Yeah.
Which is one of those. And then,
The Dung Beetle Knight, I would assume, has something equivalent.
I'm not sure. The Dung Beetle Knight's weird. We want to include the Dung Beetle Knight
because its gear is
yeah.
usable. It's far right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want a hand, I'll dig through that if you want.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Nails, fungus, eye, shell, wing, fingernails, more shells, beetle horn. No.
Okay, so no skull.
Technically.
Okay, so that would actually...
The horn is the closest thing.
I would just say no. With the Dung Beetle Knight, since we'd be making its armor set explicitly, that actually is a good thing.
Okay.
Because that would provide basically a restriction on what we're talking about, which is good.
Okay.
So the Gorm, then, we could use the handed skull. We could use the Phoenix skull. Would we want to add in the antelope skull? I'm thinking no. Or...
Yeah. It's hard to say.
But one thing also I would consider doing, so does the antelope have a skull?
Yes, because the horns.
Okay. Does the lion?
No. The lion does not have a skull.
Then what I would say is we could also expand it if we wanted to have the antelope. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, if we wanted to, we could have the antelope provide the spiral horn can be eaten like the other skull basic resource, because it's only one card out of this huge deck.
It is going to be kind of easy mode.
You think so? Speaking. That would be?
I mean, like, the difficulty is in getting the skull. Actually, the funny thing is, so I was looking through the Lion God abilities.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fighting art for the Lion God. Like, it's not a secret fighting art or anything. Ruthless. Whenever a survivor dies during the showdown, roll 1d10 on his 7+ Guinness skull basic resource.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So we could sacrifice to try to get.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, just a thought as to why that might work.
But how would we get that fighting art?
It's just a fighting art. So by just including the Lion God in the deck, we have a chance of getting that fighting art. And of course, there's the possibility that if we get the murder or settlement event, it's always murder, then there's that modification to it, the one option where you go down the tree and you choose fighting arts. So you could theoretically give that fighting art to somebody.
And then there's that thing where we can suck the fighting art in and give it to everybody.
Oh my god, that would be such a fucking exploit.
Yes,
so in any case,
but that's the whole point of this game.
Yeah, in any case, it kind of makes me kind of tempted to bring the Lion God in just because
of
that.
But we don't necessarily have to fight him. So, and I mean...
No, we are not required to fight him.
But we may eventually be able to take a level 1. After fighting the 3, I think we could take a 1.
Yeah, and also, like, the Lion God stuff, it's primarily stuff like tattoos and things like that.
Which we could use.
And there's kind of the benefit as well, in the sense that the Lion God, like, you can also force the lights in the sky if you do a TPK. Like,
oh, yes, which we know is very useful, getting the +1 or +2. I love that you get to choose.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm kind of interested in bringing in the Lion God and actually trying to seriously take him on as a level 1 and see whether or not we could actually do it. So
I bet we could.
And if we took a badass crew, like, if we built up a few skulls and then took that crew into the Lion God, if it's just a level 1, we might be able to do it.
How many AIs and stuff does he have?
He has 15 AIs and a toughness of 14. Note that we cannot face him until, like, year 13 or something like that. Yeah,
we probably wouldn't face until more like 18 to 20 is my bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we add the Lion God?
Okay.
Because I like also just the extra variety in fighting arts, if nothing else, and since it's not a required fight, that works well.
Yeah, the only thing that we will be taking is that one of our characters will gain the Stark Raving disorder.
I don't think I have that over here.
Yeah, it's a disorder specific to this. You are always insane.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of interesting, actually.
Because that can actually be beneficial.
Yeah, it's real, because if you're immortal,
yeah,
there's no case in which you are not taking damage against your brain.
So even if you drop below 3, it can help.
Yeah, like, now you are sucking up brain traumas like mad, which means you're gaining disorders and stuff like that, but it gets kind of weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so we will bring in the Lion God into the fight.
Yeah, so Lion God's a good addition.
And
We
we
want
wanted
the
to bring the Dung Beetle Knight.
Yeah, so let me, where did I put those? Ah, here. So let me pull out the Dung Beetle Knight and I'll show why. Um, Can you pull out his gear set? Where'd it go? Is that the wet resin crafter? So with the Dung Beetle Knight stuff, the main thing is you can make the errant bad, the winged belt, the digging claws, the monster meat, but mainly like the bottom five. Things like the sentry shoulder pads, the scarab circlet, the sentry greaves, elastic harness, and beetle bomb.
So the interesting thing about the Dung Beetle gear is the fact that despite the fact that it's armor, but it's not armor.
Yeah.
Like, it's not technically armor, because everything else in the game reads armor.
Yeah.
And this doesn't read armor, which means it's technically not armor, which means you can basically just have it anyways.
What weapons can People of the Skull use to hit toughness 28? Iron.
So what could they use to hit toughness level 28? That's an interesting question, actually.
But any bone keywords on
Oh yeah, there's bone everywhere on
Dung Beetle Knight. So does he have any? His main weapon looks to be digging claws.
Yeah, but there's an interesting thing, which is that if you can manage to get through his stuff, so attack rolls are one. Okay, so none of this is going to benefit us from an attack perspective. One of the things that you can get via the Dung Beetle Knight through the through the cultivation stuff that you do, is the calcified Zimbato.
Okay.
Which is a bone weapon.
Oh right, because you can calcify a lot of weapons.
Yeah. So that's +8, but he's right. We need to hit toughness 28, which is going to be difficult.
We're going to need a lot of strength on our characters. Mm-hmm. First off, yeah, we need to really build up strength. The second thing is we're going to need to make probably some iron weapons.
Yeah.
Do we want to add... I know this is painful. Do we want to add a Gorm?
Possibly.
Just because it'll give us the handed skull as an option for iron, like we were talking. And it will give us the ability to make the black sword using iron. Or wait, no, that won't work.
Yeah, the black sword
doesn't use any iron.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, so that, yeah, where's that? Nope. Oh wait, it uses the handed skull.
So if we were going to retcon it, that we could do that.
That we consider that the same like the Phoenix skull, then we could do the Gorm. We could go for the black sword.
So
but we
lantern
know
stuff is not going to help us. And we would not. I don't know about the Slayers because those are kind of weird. We'd have to get the proof of Crucible, and from what I've heard, that's like almost impossible.
I think you need a random roll in the hunt event table.
Yeah.
Dragon Armory. I don't know if any of that stuff will work. Let's see. No iron.
Okay.
So we can't use any of that. That being said, the dragon stuff looks like it might have the bone keyword.
The dragon stuff.
For armor?
But I'm kind of reluctant to include both the Dragon King and the Dung Beetle Knight.
I would agree.
Because they're kind of weird.
Yeah.
Power core, ready power core. Yes, it does. The helm has bone in it.
Yeah, I see that, but I don't think anything else.
The rest of it is metal.
Okay.
So if it requires iron, we might be able to con it in, but otherwise...
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
No.
There's one piece with iron that we could do it, but... Yeah, so I don't think the dragon's a good addition. No. Silk is going to be armor almost certainly.
Yeah, there's the amber stuff, but I don't think that's going to be bone.
Actually, the amber edges.
No, it's not bone.
Oh, it has
it has to have the bone cube.
I know, but it uses bone. That's why I was checking for you to check.
Yeah. No, none of the amber stuff includes bone.
Okay. For the keyword at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably not the Spedicules.
I mean, one of the major things is you're basically going to want to go at it from the perspective, yeah, a lot of luck, go for deadly weapons and try to crit them. So there is the benefit that if we pump up some survivors with the ritual, that gives them like +1 to freaking everything.
So we can really pump luck.
Yeah.
That's more, but it's going to also pump speed, but that can actually prove useful too, if we're careful. If we can get a green charm on somebody especially.
That would have been one of the nice things about doing the People of the Flowering Bloom. It'd almost be tempting just for that, but
yes.
I don't think it makes that much sense given the situation.
Check the weapons on the Phoenix. When you have a second.
Weapons on the Phoenix, yes. Let me double check. I'm double checking the description of
I think this is designed for you to be focusing on the Phoenix. Looking at this, it looks like the weapons are almost all bone. So mainly looking for arc bow, hollow sword, sonic tomahawk, and even the bloom sphere.
The hollow sword is bone.
Good.
And bone weapons lose frail, so that helps. Arc bow is not bone.
Damn. How about the sonic tomahawk?
No. It's metal.
It's metal? Okay. So we could do a hollow sword off the Phoenix. And that's a pretty easy to make. All you need is a hollow wing bone, 2 regular bone, and 2 hide.
Okay.
How is that weapon?
What?
The hollow sword.
It's not that great. Really? Hollow sword, 353.
Yeah. It's not that great, but it's better than some of the basic stuff.
So the one thing is... No, that won't be enough, because the black sword is awesome. Sunstalker.
Is the scrap sword bone or the scrap dagger?
No, I don't think it's gonna be.
That's weapon crafter.
The whistling maces.
Oh, it is bone?
Yeah, it's bone.
Nice. What kind of weapon does that count as? A club?
Yes.
Okay.
Skullcap hammer, also bone. Scrap sword, metal.
Okay. Scrap
dagger, metal.
Okay. Zambato's bone.
Yep.
Blood sheath, there's a small chance.
It's not a weapon.
Oh, right. Rainbow katana, we could make.
Okay.
But that's a nightmare. You have to get a bird beak.
Also, it's only 4.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
But, hey, we can make a couple out of there. Counterweighted axe might have been, too.
No.
No?
It's not bone.
Okay. So, interesting. Yeah, a lot of luck in deadly weapons. I think it's going to be definitely one of the keys. Sunstalker.
No.
Oh, you just checked?
Yeah.
Damn it, I was kind of hoping the denticle axe might have been. Oh,
the Scleaver is, though.
Oh, we can make a denticle axe with iron.
Okay.
So we could make the denticle axe.
The Scleaver is bone.
Where is the Scleaver on here again? I forgot how hard that is to make.
We had one.
Actually, that's not too bad to make.
Yeah.
So we may want to put the Sunstalker in?
Possibly, yeah. Though, I mean, that's kind of rough.
Yeah, it is. But
so
he's also
optional. Nice because it's 10. It has a strength of 10.
Yeah, isn't the Sunstalker completely optional as well?
Yeah, it's optional, but of course, if we want the weapons, then
we have to fight it. But level 1s weren't bad. We were mowing down level 1s.
Yeah.
And hell, we were doing level 2s pretty good too, even without our super characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Sunstalker could be a good addition.
But remember, we're gonna have shitty gear.
Oh, good point.
Because you can't wear any armor that doesn't have bone in it. So all you're going is 100% evasion and shields.
Evasion, shields. So we need to get a shield master quick. And then also we need to get to where we can comfortably fight a level 1 Dung Beetle Knight.
Yep.
Should we do a test fight for a Dung Beetle Knight?
We already did the level 3.
Okay.
Remember?
Oh yeah, he wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So level 1, we'll want to look into the details there and figure out how soon we can attack him because we need to get that armor.
Yeah, so we definitely want monster grease. That's going to be one of our favorite thingies in the world.
Oh yeah, and getting 3 green hookups, so green charms might be good too. So farming organs if we can.
That's the other reason why People in Bloom is good.
Oh really?
It's really funny because, you know, I understand where he's coming from because basically I'm not sure that, like, thematically it really works very well.
Yeah.
But there's reasons why it was tempting.
So pretty much check the blacksmith just to be safe, but some of that may have the bone keyword. If not, everything uses iron with the exception... Well, no. Everything uses iron but the scrap shield.
But the scrap shield is bone.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yes.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
So that might be a good source of weaponry as well.
Yeah. Well, it's a shitty weapon.
Red charm would be good with low strength weapons. I'm not familiar with the red charm.
Yeah, because it's basically the same thing as the blue charm and the green charm, except for attacking.
Ah, but the problem there is, of course, getting the 5 hookups.
Yeah.
Which is going to be really challenging.
Mhm.
Do. Is any of the cat's weapons bone?
So the beast knuckle is bone.
Beast knuckle? Oh, that's the antelope.
Yeah. So the red charm is when you attempt to wound, instead roll 1d10 on a 1 through 5 fail on a 6 through 10 wound.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
So the beast knuckle, that's easy to make. And pairing those
Yeah,
up,
but they're not that great from a...
but they're better than some of the base stuff. And also, don't forget the antelope is best for farming resources.
How do you get the Lance of Longinus?
Fight a level 3. Legendary horns. Why?
Because it's got 9 strength and it's bone.
Ooh, that could be a consideration if we think we can take a 3.
It is irreplaceable, and also, but each showdown, the first time you wound, the monster gains a -1 toughness token.
Oh, wow. That would also help. Wow.
So what did you want me to look up?
The Caterium. Is the King Spear, the Lion Beast Guitar, either of those bone?
No.
And the Catgut Bow, I highly doubt is.
No, it's not.
Damn it. Oh, that's going to suck.
Yep.
So Bone Darts is our ranged weapon.
Yeah, Bone Darts are a ranged weapon. We are not going to be able to get Bone Mastery.
Yeah, and we definitely need a Bone Dart early.
Yeah, but that's fine, because a lot of the time I just got a Bone Dart anyways.
Yeah.
So it's not going to benefit us to bring the Slenderman in, because we aren't going to be able to use his gear. So the only benefit that we'd have from doing the Slenderman is the fact that we would not have to fight the King's Man.
Okay. How is the Butcher's Cleaver bone? I'm glad you know where all that shit is.
No.
Okay. It was worth a check.
Unfortunately, we can't use the speaker pulp knife. Sniffle.
If you make it past the Watcher, everyone you fight is level 3, so you'll get an antelope horn eventually.
Yeah.
Good to know. That is actually useful. Thank you, Ties.
Oh, that's interesting.
But we can use stuff like the Cat's Eye Circlet and the Whisker Harp and shit like that, right?
Yes.
Those are just gear.
Yes.
They're not armor. So the big question is, do we try to put the Gorm in? I'm hesitant. Because I really hate...
Can we Gorm climate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and particularly since we may want to save the things.
Rerolls.
Ooh, though that's interesting.
What?
That's a Tooth Dagger, weapon melee, dagger bone. On a perfect hit, a wound attempt in your attack automatically succeeds. You have to hunt a level 3 Gorm to get it.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Acid Gland is only on low... No, Acid Gland, we made one of those. You can get that from a hit location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can crit a hit location for that if I remember.
So that is a possibility. The Gax is bone.
Ooh, it is?
Yep.
Oh, shit, that's a good weapon.
The Greater Gax, however, is not.
Yeah. Like, damn it. But what is the Gax? What is the Gax's stats comparative?
The Gax is 164. If you have a red hookup, it gains. It doesn't have to be hooked up directly. It gains +1 speed and savage. So if you crit, yeah. If you crit, it deals 2 wounds, I think.
How about the Riot Mace and the... Yeah, the Riot Mace.
Riot Mace, no.
Okay.
but the Rib Blade, yes.
Knuckle Shield?
It's not gonna be bone. Well,
It has 2 bone made.
well, yeah, and it's
To
also
make.
like you think you have to use the skull or whatever. So Knuckle Shield, no, Gorm Skin.
Okay. So the Gorm is tempting, but I really don't want to have to use those rerolls on Gorm Climate.
Yeah.
And doesn't Gorm Climate keep coming back every time we fight him, or is that just at the start?
You have to get Song of the Brave, otherwise it keeps coming back forever.
Okay, and that takes a little bit to do is to get Song of the Brave.
Oh yeah, it's not easy, and I mean, remember, we didn't get it at one point.
Yeah, so I'm hesitant on the Gorm. I'm not wanting to include him.
The Lion Knight is totally useless to us.
Okay. Slenderman gear you said was completely useless.
Yeah, none of it's bone.
Okay. Anything fishing from the Sunstalker? Anything we could get from our fishing expeditions?
No, because we can't fish, because we can't bring the Sky Harpoon, because we can't bring out things that don't have bone, and it's not bone.
No, we can bring stuff that doesn't have bone. It's not armor or a weapon. The Sky Harpoon
Yes,
is not a weapon.
it is. I'm fairly sure it's a weapon.
No, I don't think
a lot
this-
of this shit's a weapon.
Okay, the Sky Harpoon may not be. It's worth checking.
Weapon, melee, thrown, spear.
Damn it. And it doesn't use iron. So no fishing for us.
Because we could go fishing, but we couldn't get the best stuff out of it.
Which is what you really need.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And I guess that is kind of interesting. There actually are a couple of things that we could use out of the Slenderman. I'm just not sure it's worth it.
How hard is it to get his gear? Something is disturbing you.
Gloom Cream. Item, consumable, balm, gloomy, stinky, other. When you depart, gain -3 hunt XP, -1 understanding. If you have no understanding, die instantly.
So you can use that to keep characters going. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know how you get it, though.
We should look into that, honestly. We should research the Slenderman.
Yeah.
So, right now, we're putting in the Dung Beetle Knight. We're putting in the Sunstalker. Anything else? And possibly Slenderman. And possibly Gorm.
Yes.
Anybody else have anything else they'd like to see us add? We'd love to hear it. I'm really interested how to get some of this stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blacksmith is going to be our key for a lot of our top weaponry. But that means we're going to have to learn how to hunt phoenixes. Let me see. Is there a way to guarantee to get the skull?
Out of the Phoenix?
Yeah. I'm wondering if
Maybe on a death blow.
death blow or crit. Well, no, crit wouldn't work. That'd be
No.
kind of ridiculous. Here, take his skull. Keep fighting now. Oh shit, we won't get rawhide headband.
Nope.
So we probably want. Oh, Gorm would come in handy for the wisdom potion.
Well, but that's not the same thing.
No. Is there an alternative to the rawhide?
Analyze.
How do we get that?
Certain, like, that's one of the abilities from the deck. Not the deck. Getting either, I think it's understanding.
Oh, right. We haven't been doing those things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's back on the traditional things. Let me see. Yeah, because we haven't done a normal campaign in a long time, so we forgot about those.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for character sheets here. Oh, come on, Adobe. I just want the normal ones. Are those normal? Bold and see the truth. But I don't see the spots to mark them off. How we get analyzed and shit. No, those aren't on.
It's from the. It's if you encounter. I don't remember. I think it's when you gain when you reach 3 understanding while on the showdown board.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering was which one.
I'm fairly sure it's showdown.
Here we go. Yeah, look at the top AI card and return it to the top of the deck. Oh, but we can't restack. But just knowing it's there can be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I don't see a death blow on the Phoenix.
I don't know if I have one.
Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't look like we can more aggressively go for the skull outside of he's got a lot of gain resource.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, there is a death blow. The Phoenix is killed at this location, yada yada yada. Nope, we get understanding, courage, hunt experience, and weapon proficiency.
Okay.
So no skull.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh
he's
right. When do we get ultimate weapon?
It's basically very similar to the Dragon King. You get it at about the same time, so like around 5 fights before the Watcher or something like that. Well, not.
Between being watched and the Watcher, so we get 3. We can get 3 skulls, which we can use to make weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, does mean we need to hunt him, but we can hunt level 1s.
Mm-hmm.
And get guaranteed Phoenix skulls to get the iron to make stuff. So comment from YouTube, since they're not showing up on the thing, you should for sure target mining early and get crystal skin. Kids can inherit.
Yeah.
Can we use the mining pickaxe?
Yeah.
I thought it's a weapon.
They're both bone. Actually, it's even better because it used to be that, I mean, they kind of fixed it. It was kind of funny because you wouldn't want to mineral gather beforehand.
Thank you, Joseph.
They changed it so that, because it used to be that if you mineral gathered on the old thing, like if your tool was frail, then it was archived, and it was like, yeah, but what do you mean if the tool is frail, it's archived? The only tool you can use for this is fucking frail, so it's fucking archived, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
So how far down do we have to go to get crystal skin? So
we have to make a 8+
on the first roll.
On the first roll.
Do we get any bonuses from the pickaxe for that?
No.
Okay.
It's just it's a straight up roll.
But so we can use re-rolls to help.
Yeah. If you have a pickaxe, then you have to reach 8+. So you have a 30% chance of reaching the 8+. Then on the next thing, if you have a sickle, you can add +2 to your results. So if somebody's carrying both the pickaxe and the sickle,
which is ideal then
you can increase your chances. But on the second roll, you need to get an 8+ again.
Okay, so that would be 50% chance if we had both.
If we had both. And then you do not want to have a whip for the third one, and you have a 20% chance of getting crystal skin.
Okay, what is the number? Is it like 9-10 type of a deal?
It's 1-2.
Oh.
You need lower, not higher.
Okay, so you don't want the whip because it gives you a plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, if you have a whip, it guarantees that you cannot achieve the crystal leg.
What does crystal skin do?
You ignore cursed and cannot wear armor. When you depart, gain 3 to all hit locations. Suffer -2 to the result of all severe injury rolls, and when you participate in intimacy, newborns gain crystal skin in addition to any other roll benefits.
So the -2 does kind of suck.
Yeah, but it's basically a replacement for armor.
Yeah.
And you always want to take out Dried Acanthus with you, because that way you can ignore severe injuries.
Yeah. Can you put multiple Dried Acanthus on a character?
No,
okay.
You cannot.
But that means, like, if we can get... Well, we can't do Antelope Armor set to farm Acanthus easily. But we can just fight antelopes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's almost worthy of, if we can get in there, spend a shit ton of rerolls. They'll only have 4 max.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the Slenderman's kind of interesting. I don't know how he's going to work in the game.
I like the one fight we did earlier, the test fight we did with him.
Mm-hmm.
He hops around a lot, but he wasn't hard.
Yeah.
Like, I remember his toughness being relatively easy, and he was manipulatable.
So that gloom cream thing, the thing that you get the -3 hunt XP,
Uh-huh.
treats wrinkles but curls brain cells.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we'll tentatively plan to have Slenderman, Sunstalker, Dung Beetle Knight, and possibly Gorm.
Okay. I don't think we're going to get much benefit from putting the Manhunter in.
No. I don't think, yeah. I think we've done enough with Manhunter recently.
No, we haven't.
Oh, we haven't. No, I was thinking the other one. Lion Knight.
Yes. So we were planning Dung Beetle and
Sunstalker.
Lion God. And what?
I am Lion God, yeah.
Why were Sunstalker?
A couple weapons.
I thought.
We can do the cleaver and the denticle axe.
The cleaver. Now,
The-
the denticle axe, is that iron?
It's iron.
Okay.
It takes an iron resource.
I don't think the denticle axe.
I thought it was pretty good.
It's kind of mixed. It's 265.
Okay.
If you link it up, then when attacking from the blind spot, the attack gains +2 strength, and the first successful wound attempt gains devastating 1.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it might be.
Actually, P-Fired, we almost won. We finished the Lion God already.
Yeah, we're gonna do Lion God, actually. We're including Lion God, because remember?
Yeah, we're doing it just for the fighting arts, but we'd actually like to fight a couple ones and maybe get that, the lights in the sky output could be nice.
that we have to sack people for that. Which
Yeah.
we're not really gonna want to sack people in if we do Survival of the Fittest.
Ah,
That's mainly going to be a strategy if we're doing the other one, Protect the Young.
yeah, right now we're planning our new People of the Skull campaign. We removed the bloom aspect.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Lion God down to just one card.
Yeah, because we got his specialing thing, the
But we took
Woeful Majesty.
But we took out like 2/3 of his hit or 2/3 of his AI cards, which was a lot.
Yeah, and
before
then he took out all of us.
Yeah, he went pretty quick succession at that point.
Then he took out 100% of us. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna do Spidicules, I think.
No, definitely not Spidicules. Definitely not.
So we're not doing Flower Knight, definitely.
Nope.
And we're not doing Manhunter.
Nope.
I kind of want to do Manhunter again at some point, just not now.
I'd agree. I think he'd be a good addition to maybe when we start getting the new expansions.
Yeah, possibly. Armored Strangers. So it's not going to be Armored Strangers because we're going to do Slenderman.
Yep.
And we're not doing Lion Knight. God, no. Definitely not.
No,
fucking
I don't
Lion
think
Knight.
for this you really need the armor for him.
They're doing Phoenix Feather. We are probably not doing Dragon King.
We need to get a shield quick.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough, man. Because I don't think we can't use leather shields. We can't use the knuckle shield. Like, we basically can't use most shields.
The scrap shield's the fastest we can get.
Yeah, so we're gonna want to advance to the weapon crafter, is it?
Blacksmith.
Oh, fuck, the blacksmith? That's a
Yeah.
fucking nightmare.
And you need 3 leather for it.
Okay.
Though, to be fair, we're going to have shit tons of hide.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hide's basically going to be a worthless resource for us. So that's another thing we need to start thinking about. We'll need to look through the innovation deck and figure out what can we spend resources on. Because there's oftentimes cards that we didn't use very frequently that's like spend 6 resources, get something. We're going to have...
We're going to want to put those into our character.
Yeah, we're going to have shit tons of those.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're going to have so many extra resources because of not making armor.
Yeah.
And just frankly, not making a lot of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Cannibalize, I think, is going to be essential.
Oh, that is kind of interesting.
Which one?
The Gormkami innovations. Because, like, there's that 70% chance of, or 80% chance of removing a broken severe injury. It costs 3 endeavors, but if you're looking at a character who otherwise is really good, it might be useful.
Yeah.
But the problem is that, like, a lot of the rest of the stuff is pretty useless, so I'm not sure we'd want to do that. Though, wait, the wisdom potion, we can still use
Yeah.
the wisdom potion.
Yes, we can, but you have...
But it was such a pain in the ass getting that wisdom potion.
Actually, no, the wisdom potion was easy.
Okay.
The black sword was a bitch, and we wouldn't be able to use it.
Yeah.
And we can't use the black sword no, we can't use the black sword anyways unless we decided to play the Gorm-handed skull, like the Phoenix skull, like we were talking.
Yeah, so
which I think we should do if we add the Gorm.
So the one thing is that if we use something like a life elixir or a healing potion, those are basically like having dried acanthus in your grid.
Good point.
Because the life elixir is if you won't die.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't useful for our hero campaign, but basically saying, oh yeah, the first time that you would have died from a severe injury, no, it didn't happen.
To be fair, we won't get many life elixirs.
Yeah.
It's only a step down from Gormite.
But the healing potion, if you suffered any permanent injuries, you may archive this card and remove one of your choice.
That is the easiest to get.
Yeah.
Outside of random Gorm resource. Oh, 2 organs to get a random Gorm resource. That's interesting.
Also,
to get more skulls.
Yeah.
Tyus is recommending pottery to make lots of love juice.
Yeah.
Then face paint before turning out babies to get lots of strong babies.
Yeah.
And then we can possibly farm them out to get stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use Cannibalize, we may occasionally want to send out so we get 8 random resources.
Well, we were just saying that we don't care that much about resources, though.
No, but if you get 8 basic resources, so you send out all the kids to die. But
you are losing. Oh, yeah, I guess. But that's basic resources.
Yes, but that's what we need. Because, let's see, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there's 21. So we have about a 40% chance of getting a skull if we do that.
Well, we don't want them all to die. Because if they all die, like the fighting artists, I think you have to be in the showdown.
No. What I was saying is, no, in general, if we pumped out a lot of babies, we just send 4 of them into a random fight to all die. And then we get Cannibalize. We get 8 resources off of that, which gives us about a 40% chance of getting a skull.
You get 1 resource off of Cannibalize.
I thought you get 2.
8. No.
I thought it was 2 per.
No.
Oh.
It isn't that good.
Oh, thank you so much, P-Fired. Very appreciated. We'll be starting in 2 weeks. Oh, right. Joseph, great point. Axes. We should be bringing lots of axes, because if we get Mastery, even if the other characters don't have the axes, you get the rerolls on the attacks. You get additional wound attempts over and over.
True. I don't think the pickaxes are axes.
I don't believe so, but we do have the Gax.
Yeah.
We do have the bone axe. We do have like the lantern glaive out of the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of axes could work really well.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anything else?
No.
Oh, also, Gorm Assist could work well because we might have a lot of extra organs since we won't be crafting much.
Yeah. Okay, I'm laughing. They updated the text. I didn't pay attention. They updated the text for sculpture. I love this. A settlement can only have 1 inspirational statue. You cannot make another! Secret fighting arts are not fighting arts!
You think they had problems with that? Maybe? Just maybe?
Just a bit.
Okay. So I think we're mostly set.
Yeah.
So I think we have to put the Gorm in.
Okay.
Because we want the potions. We'll have to use rerolls, but what we plan to do is we don't plan to really fight him until we get Song of the Brave.
Yeah. Though we're going to suck Gorm Climate at the beginning.
Yeah, we'll suck it, but we can try to roll it out.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we need Song of the Brave to eliminate it.
Yep.
Shit. But we're not going to need the resources as much either. I mean, just speaking honestly.
Well, the biggest issue that you have is that you can't use the skull. You can't save your skulls.
Yeah.
So that's the only issue.
But what we bring back, we still get to keep even if Gorm Climate hits, right?
Yes.
So if we just gained a skull, we can still eat it.
Yes.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Okay, so just a reminder, next week, well, actually right after this, I am making public our next Pandemic Legacy Season 2 video. So as soon as we're off here, that'll go public on our YouTube for anybody who's interested in checking that out. Patreon backers have already seen it for about a week now. Then next week, Friday, we're hoping to play another round of Pandemic Legacy Season 2, but that's going to be based on if there's any events we want to see at Emerald City Comic-Con on Friday. Probably not, but we'll have to see. So Pandemic Legacy next week's up in the air, but next week, Saturday, we will not be here because we'll be at Emerald City Comic-Con in Seattle. If anybody is stopping by, send me a message anywhere. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, something, and I'd be happy to find some time to like meet you somewhere and just say hi if you want to say hi in person. Outside of that, we've got 2 weeks from now we will be starting our new campaign. If you'd like to give additional feedback, feel free to comment on this video. Normally we hold these 3 days exclusive for Patreon backers, but due to the nature of this one, I'm just putting it right up. The Lion God fight though will still be private for 3 days. What else? We're hoping to bring in a new game, Charterstone, in the next roughly 3 to 4 weeks. That is not going to be a scheduled game. It's going to be played when a couple of our friends have time. When they're available is when we'll play it. It's like a 12-game session, legacy game. Really looking forward to it. And I can't think of anything else. Anything else from your end?
No, I think that's it.
Time to go get drunk.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Have a good one.